Hey guys, Smoking Uncle Frank here. I thought I'd do something different today. Remember I talked about going back to my roots. And I got to thinking, it's been a long time, since actually the beginning of my channel, that I'd done a video game, or I'd done a video, now you know what it's about. A video about my video game collection and my, more or less my game room. Just a little kind of tour of everything that I've collected over the years. This is not bragging. This is nothing like that. This is just I thought I'd show it to you because I thought maybe some of you might find it interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you everything because some of the stuff is like double stacked because I live in a small mobile home, so you're gonna have to bear with me on that. I'm gonna do my best though to give you the grand tour more or less of all the stuff that I've accumulated and junk I've piled up over the years because I don't know, video games have they've been a passion of mine for many years now. And I've been on vacation, so I I had a lot of time to really kind of just mess around with this stuff again for a while. I haven't been a long time since I've had time to really even play with it. So without further ado, I'm going to get to it. Because I don't want to drag this video out too long for you and have you waiting through a bunch of stuff. So let me disconnect this camera here. And plug the power source. Let it run on the battery. And get it to disconnect here without... I forget how to... I can't remember how to disconnect it now. There's a button somewhere here or something that I gotta push on this thing. I should have done that. I should have figured it out before I did this, damn it. Oh, here we go. Not a button, it's a lever that I gotta push. So here we go. Just gonna go. I'll start right here. That's my big old Sony Trinitron. That's the reason why I do not have any of my games hooked up on a switcher too much, because when I want to play a system, I just set it down there on the floor and hook it up to that big old TV and play my games on it. Such as, well, the Ataris. It's not an Atari game. That was, this was a game I bought, which I like. Some people think it's a hard, crappy game, but called The Immortals. This is the only game so far that I've found that will not work on that big TV for some reason. It'll work on that little one over there, though. When I bought it, and then one day I went and plugged it into that thing there, and that big old TV, that's a big TV too. I mean, my God, that thing was a bear getting into the house. I thought the game was broke. So I bought another copy of it, plugged it in, and it did the same damn thing. It's kind of like it looked all scrambled on the screen. Then one day I decided, well, I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try it on, I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner, but I tried it on another TV and I plugged it in, and sure enough it worked. Because I remember it working at one time, and I thought it worked on that one. Maybe I didn't have it on that one. Maybe I didn't have that TV at the time. Maybe I had that TV at the time. Oh yeah, I'm nutty, I'm crazy. I got a lot of TVs around, a lot of CRTs around here, so that's where we're going to start. We're going to start in the kitchen. The beginning of my gaming was after I got out of prison. I bought myself a big old Macintosh computer. I spent a lot of money on the damn thing. That's not the original one. The original one broke. And I bought this one for like $250 on eBay. Something like that. I didn't pay that much for it. It's got a whole terabyte, 1 terabyte hard drive in there, and I got all my CDs, all my games on there. I don't know if you can see any of them. I'll read any of the titles or not, but yeah, quite a few in there. A bunch of other stuff over here, but yeah, move some of this stuff out of the way, because this is my desk that I do some repairs on when I'm in the mood to. But I've got Call of Duty. I spent so many hours on Call of Duty. And then I've got I've got the Postal. You can see that there. Postal 2, Share the Pain. Those are some crazy games. Spy Hunter. Anyway, that's more or less my my little station where when I'm in the mood, and I don't do a lot of repairs on video stuff, but I've done a little bit here and there, and that's why I got some of that stuff there. So moving right along. It's just a bunch of empty jewel cases because if you collect, you're going to get a bunch of, you're going to have to, that's something good to have, because sometimes you find loose games and manuals and you want to stick them in a jewel case. So that's what I do. Down here I've got two. This one here is set up to take the AV. It's an AV setup. I bought this one here first, my first NES, but it is RF only. It's okay, it works, it still works well. I mean, it works well, it's just the picture's not quite as good. And then down below here I got a bunch of Xbox 360, because that's where I started out more or less. Once I got off the computer, I went and bought myself an Xbox. So I've got a lot of Xbox games. I've got them stacked way in the back there. I've got them, several rows of them going back. But you know, I've got them all in alphabetical order. So got a lot of them because I bought a lot of them over the years. I used to go to GameStop and that when they used to have sales on them, where you buy where you could get so many for like some unbelievable price. And then I got my my Xbox X, I guess this is the newest Xbox I have. It's a little dusty too. I don't have the newest one. I got my my PlayStation 1. Still works. And then coming over here, a couple of GameCubes. This one here was modded. It lights up and everything, so I haven't played it in a while, but I'm sure it still works. Some controllers hooked up there. Some more controllers for. Oh yeah, I got a PlayStation 2. Don't have the newest one. Wii U controller, so there's a Wii U in here somewhere. And a Wii. And we're just going to crawl down here and look at this stuff. I'm going to try to start at one end of the room. I'm trying to go around the room so I don't miss anything. Sorry about that, guys. Here we got a bunch of Dreamcast games. And yeah, I forgot to show you that because it's buried and I forgot about it. But under here, I've got two Dreamcasts actually. The first one I bought, I got a really good deal. I got a good deal on both of them actually. Anyway, they're modded. They're both modded, so I can play Japanese games. I can play the Japanese versions of the games on them too. There's my. That's a good game there. Dead Smiles. If you like shoot 'em ups, that's a shooter. That's a game to have. And under here I got my my original Xbox. You can see it back there, some of it anyways. My Xbox 360. My original 360 farted out of me, and I bought this one then after it because I played the thing so much. PlayStation, PS4, Wii U. There's a controller for my my Wii U. There's my Wii U. And then next to that I got the Wii. And then I got a bunch of PlayStation 2 games because I got a PlayStation 2 up there too. An Atari controller. I guess we know what that's for. I gotta dust this place. It's getting dusty. I've got some high end, a few high end titles. Not a lot of them, but I got this one here, and then I believe this. Yeah, this is a Japanese version. Plays just as well as the original one, and then it's in English. The funny thing is it's all everything that comes out of it. It's all in English. It's weird. Bunch of Xbox games. What else was there? Oh yeah, my drawers. Might as well show you my drawers. Yeah, no, not those drawers. Got all my controllers and hookups in here. Well, not all of them, but some of the stuff there. Bunch of PlayStation, PS2 games. Whole lot of them. You can't even open the drawer all the way. More down here. Just some of the ones, and I've got them in alphabetical order. Some of the ones you can tell what kind of gaming I like. I like the shooters and the horror. Oh yeah, also can't forget the good old Commodore. I've got two of them. Those are Commodore discs. Those are for floppy disks to play on the original Commodore, which work. And I've got a bunch of Commodore games up there. I'm not going to try to get them all down, but oh God, I've got so much of this stuff. It makes it hard sometimes finding things, actually. This hooks into the original Commodore. It allows you to play the games off of a card, off of a flash card, so you can download the games. I mean, I've got hundreds, maybe thousands of Commodore games. You know, hell, I'll show you a couple of these. Some of you might find this interesting. Some of you may not have ever even seen it, but this is just some of. That's a diagnostic card for the Commodore. But in here I've got floppy disks. These are the old floppy disks. They work too. Last time I played them they did anyways. So I got a few of them in there, a few games in there. Empty there. Another one of them diagnostic deals. I kind of went a little bit nutty on that stuff at one time. And I have even got, I gotta vacuum that out, it's got some ashes or something in it. And I've got, yes sirree, they made cassette tapes for the Commodore 64, which you can play on the Commodore system, and I have some of them, or I have one. And I've got a few box games too. Nothing fantastic, but I found them one day and I thought, well, you know, they weren't that expensive, so I bought them. So, from a guy. not so much a box, but anyway, I'll put that back later because I got to clean up there a little bit anyway. So what's this? Oh, it's another game. Another game. This is the way they used to come back in the day. They came in boxes, or they came like this here. And yeah, a whole cartoon layout and everything. And then there's the disc. Sky Fox. Okay. It's my switcher box. I use that for some of my older systems I've got down there. I've got them hooked up to the switcher box. I don't have them all hooked up, but this allows me to completely power everything down, so I don't have any power running through the system when it's sitting, because it's no good to have some old systems that residual power. So that's what I do there. That's one of my we know what that is. It's not about this now. But I have them all over the place, so anybody breaks in, I'm ready to go. My Sega Genesis down there. One of them. It's a box with a bunch of doodads in it. That's nothing important. I got my Retron 5 there. Underneath it, I have got, what do I have? I forgot what I have under there. Oh, that's my PlayStation 3. It's covered up, but it's a PlayStation 3. You've seen them before. Bunch of controllers. And a light gun for the Sega Saturn, which I have also. It's covered up too. It's buried under here. I don't know if I can get any of this stuff out or not, but yeah, there's my Sega Saturn there, some of it anyways. Underneath there I've got a Intellivision. I wish I had uncovered some of this stuff for you so I could show you better, but this here, I'm going to try to uncover some of the stuff so you can see it. This here is, that is an old Odyssey 2. Well, let's see if I can, you know what, I'm going to clean up anyways. So I'm going to set this down here. There's my Sega Saturn. Well, let me get it in picture here. Alright, you Sega Saturn. I'm getting a bad picture here. This is no good. Sega Saturn, come on. There we go. Bad picture. Let me get it on the floor here. Why are you not showing up? What the heck's going on with my video here? There we go. Yeah, Sega Saturn down there. I'm sorry, guys. Here's my Sega Saturn, which works. And over here is... Oh, I'm stepping on things. I just dropped, which is why I don't have a lot of those things, those little toy thingies. I've got one. Got that guy there. Well, if I can get him in picture, in frame. Resident Evil. Okay. I hope I didn't break my controller stepping on it. Still feels okay. I got, these are the controllers that come on the Odyssey. The old joystick controllers. They work. They don't work great sometimes, but I found, which is what my next video is going to be about. I found a solution to that. I'm going to talk about it later on. I got so much stuff here. It's just, all piled up here. I keep covers on these things. Excuse me guys, I gotta set the camera down for a minute, so you just have to enjoy that view for a minute. Cover it. Okay, here we go. That is an Intellivision. Part of one. Try to get back out and give you a full view, which works. Works really well. It's better because I got a ton of Intellivision games. And PlayStation 1 games down there. Like I said, I live in a mobile home. Things are kind of cramped, so they get stacked on top of each other. Up here, my tower of stuff. That's my Doom game that I bought. I bought the collector's edition. I don't know why I did that. I must be nuts. That's for the ColecoVision. Those are the ColecoVision, what do they call those things? The Super Action controllers. I bought that brand new. I must have been nuts the day I bought that. I got a good deal on it though, so. And some Odyssey games in the box. I don't have too many Odyssey games in the box because those old box games, when they made them out of cardboard, they was kind of hard to find because people didn't save that stuff back in the day. They throw the box away because, well, they take up a lot of space. Some more controllers. That's my Left 4 Dead. Or my House of the Dead. That contained a House of the Dead 2 gun con. And some more controllers. Boxes anyways. Some of them got controllers in them. I got the Donkey Kong bongos for the GameCube, which work. All this stuff I'm showing you works. Except, right now, that arcade there, I went to turn it on the other day and for some reason the screen flashed for a minute. It didn't do anything, so I have to either figure out why it's doing it. It might be the power switch, I don't know, but I gotta get that thing either fixed myself or find somebody that can fix it. Oh yeah, I got a couple of these guys too. The Nintendo DS, I think a DS3 or something. And there's a PlayStation down, a little PlayStation handheld down there too. Oh God, where are we here now? Obviously the reason why I call myself Smoking Uncle Frank. A lot of pipes. A whole lot of pipes. I've been collecting pipes for quite a while too. Some more handhelds. Modern and old. That Game Boy Color is it's a GB color. It's a modern one. It works okay though. I had the Game Boy Advance up there, which was the one that didn't light up. Some more controllers. But I don't know. Over my vacation, I went to use it, and it flicked. It just flickered when I turned on. I'm like, well, that's got my Game Boy Color. It works on it. They work on the Game Boy Color too, so it just light flickered, and then it wouldn't show a picture. So I said, to hell with it. And then I got my I got two of them. Those are Game Boy Advances. One of them's got the front lit screen, and one's got the back lit screen. So that's the reason for that, because I found out the one when I bought it had the front lit, and then I realized they made a backlit one, which was better. And then I got a bunch of these guys here. These are the multi-carts, which I love them things. That's for the ColecoVision. And that's for the Atari which are multi-carts. They got every single game on them. I got all the ColecoVision games there. I got all the Atari games on there. So, and I got this one here too. Where is it? Get the picture. There we go. Got the Atari Max for the 5200. Got every single Atari plus some homebrews on it for the 5200 on there. Because I got a 5200. We're going to get to that too. And then down here, if I can focus in on the daggone thing and get the camera to go where I want it to. Down below, down here, okay, here we go. I've got EverDrives. I've got EverDrives for the Super NES, the NES, and the 64, which I forgot to show you. Up here, come on camera. Up here we have, I just had to back out a little bit. That's the N64 there. I'm not going to try to flip it around. You can kind of see what it is in the controller. Like I said, when I'm ready to play something, I'll give you a little bit of a view like that. When I'm ready to play something, I just take it down off the shelf. I got the power source up there, and I got the AV cables with it. Same thing with my regular Nintendo there. And then I got, and I can pull it out a little bit here. This thing didn't work for a while. I took it over to my video game store and the guy fixed it for me. My Master System, which needs a dusting really bad. I'll be picking up to, and then I got my Super Nintendo there. I haven't played much of this stuff in a while. I had a lot of it down this weekend, but I didn't have that one down, so it got a little dusty. Alright, back to the other side of the room. Bunch of N64 games and some adapters for different things. N64 adapter, ultra adapter. That's for playing Japanese games. I don't have any Japanese games on the N64 yet. Down below is all my Nintendo games, and some multi-carts that I bought a long time ago. Before I found out about the EverDrive. But those are a lot of my, another one. And there's another one in there too besides, why not? They work, so I keep them. Yes, N64, NES games, which is, I understand why you're not going to find too many boxed ones in the wild, because they're just, I mean, you can get them, but they're going to cost you really big time. So when I can find them with the manual, I'm good. I don't look at the manual too much, but there's some more. Down here, whole bunch. And I got a few Genesis games down there, and I got some Super Famicom. This here is oh God, this is a Castlevania game. I forget which one. It's Super Castlevania 4 or something like that. Because I found out a long time ago that the Japanese ones were cheaper than the original ones in some cases, so that's where I went because, well, I'm on a budget. Put these guys back up there so I don't have to fool them. Cartridge, multi-carts. I got a whole bunch of multi-carts. You wonder why I want to collect the originals, because the multi-carts don't take up as much space. So I got a few, let me see if I can get some room here. So I got too much stuff on the floor now. I'm tripping over Ataris here now. Get out of my way. Get these controllers out of my way before I step on them again. And end up really breaking them. So, down here we got, those are some boxed N64 games, which I was actually able to get some of those. And behind it are some Atari Atari 7800 games. I got that system too. Okay, so let's see. I'm not focusing. All right, here we go. For some reason that button keeps going the wrong way. So there we go. And these are these Super Nintendo games. And this one here, which is kind of a pride and joy of mine, Super Metroid, Japanese version though, because Super Metroid is expensive. And there's some knockoffs up there too, some real ones. That's real there. You can read the titles and look them up yourself. You don't know what they are. Now here's my only collection of Nintendo, regular Nintendo games that are actually in the box. Three Stooges, because just cardboard boxes just didn't hold up. Yeah, Dr. Mario. So, don't have too many of them, but, you know, whatever. And one more. Wing Legend. This one here, actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, it's not sealed. I don't think it. It might have been when I got it. Some Genesis games I got back. I got some boxed Genesis games back there. Let me see if I can. I don't know. I'm gonna attempt to try to show you a little bit of it. Trouble is, I got all this stuff in front. Haha. One of the few games that I have for the Super Nintendo, which I found in this crappy game, sealed, and I never did open it. Jack Fu. Don't ask me. I saw it one day in the store. It was like super cheap. I wonder why. Some Genesis games back there though, so you can see them. I got a lot of Genesis games. There's a lot of box Genesis games because they came in plastic boxes, and people save that kind of stuff. They don't save this kind of stuff. So that's how that goes. And then, once I get some of this out of the way so I can, another EverDrive. I always make backups of my EverDrive. I always do a backup because you lose the games on one, you always got a backup. So I'm all about redundancy. And there's a bunch of Super Nintendo games in there, a whole lot of them. They're stacked in there, so there's so many of them. Well, not as many as Nintendo, but there's about 50 something in there now, and along with those, it comes out there around 50 something, I think. Last time I checked, I got over 100 of these guys though. Nintendo, more Nintendo. Where are you, Waldo? Right there. And some more. And the rest of my N64 games. but I have the multi-cart, so you know what? When I find these guys cheap, and I found a lot of these guys really good deals on them. In fact, somebody gave me a bunch of them, along with another N64, which I have stashed away back there somewhere. Over here we got my Commodore Mini. Oh yeah, I didn't show you that. I bought, that is a mouse for the Commodore. It's the USB version though, because it works on the modern one. This is the V6. When you see V64, it's not an original Commodore, but it works just like the original one. The best part, the better part about it is though, is that it plays all the games on one of these guys. I've got it loaded with games. Plug it in. It works on my my big screen HDMI TV, so I don't have to plug it in no old school CRT, even though I do love the CRTs. Okay, moving along, another TV, wouldn't you know? Flat screen TV, which I have. I have my C64 Mini hooked up to. I have one of those too. I bought that, and then I found out about the Maxi one, and I was like, well, I gotta get the big one, because this one here, the keys don't work on it. On that one there, you can use the keys. You gotta use a virtual key, and it's a pain in the ass when you gotta try to do things on a virtual key. Some more Xbox games down there, because I got a lot of Xbox One games. I'll give you a quick peruse. I like the horror games, as you can see. Doom. And I like the shooters, so we got some Call of Duty. And we got some PlayStation 4 games, a bunch of them up there. And a box set there. Going down. Just gonna kind of, you can stop it if you want and look closer if you want, whatever. This is this is a actually this is the for the Maxi, the Commodore 64 Maxi over there, the big version. We're gonna get to the better stuff later. And in memory of my old cat, Fauna, who's no longer with us. Got her ashes in there. I love that cat. Yeah, there's a bunch of this mishmash in these guys here. Some different things like a Dreamcast memory card, and a N64. It's one of them buzzer things that buzzes on it. More controllers, some knockoff controllers, some real stuff, some Wii stuff down in there. Oh, those are real controllers there. Those are Nintendo 64. The real deal controllers in here. And it is it's a Wii, one of them Wii wheel things. I don't know. I found it one day somewhere with batteries, practically nothing, so I got it. And here we got some original stuff in here too, and some not original. That's a wireless controller for it. Here's my Sega Genesis for this. Goes to my Master System. Yeah, I gotta have one of those guys there. For Nintendo, I forget what it's called. I'm sure you recognize it. These drawers are so full that I get them open and then I can't get them closed. sticking on something. I don't know. I'll fix it out later. Yeah, I got a bunch of, you know, wires and things in these other drawers. It's not going to really be of any real interest. Power source of the GameCube, I think that's what that is. Or for something. I don't know. Keep all my power supplies in there. And over here we got a whole bunch of Intellivision games. Jack of Box ones down there. And then down here, ColecoVision, Commodore or Odyssey games, some more Intellivision games there. Atari 7800, Atari 2600 games in here. Oh shitload of them. Like I said, once I get the drawer open. And here's my meager collection of Atari 5200 games. Oh yeah, I'm nuts. I don't have a Game Gear. I've got some games because they work on the Retron 5 with an adapter. So I got a few games there. I've got Aladdin, and I've got Jungle Book, and I've got, what is this? Oh, The Lion King. These are sealed boxes. I don't know why. I got them somewhere. I found somewhere. They were like nothing hardly. Super Battle Tank. And what's this? Game Boy Color. Oh yeah, remember that guy? Austin Power. Silly ass game. Bunch of controller boxes down there which have controllers in them. They're gun cons. And some more controllers here for various things. This is what the Super Action controller looks like out of the box. Some more controllers in there. So, oh yeah. Okay. It's my other Sega Genesis, which I have my 32X hooked up to. Gotta move it. Gotta move it. I'm not gonna try to take everything out of here, but I'm gonna give you a quick preview. I've got controllers. These are from Game Boys. They make these. This guy makes these. These are for the 5200. Because if you remember, the 5200 was kind of funky with the button layout and everything. And it's hard to play the games on them with other controllers. So it was an option. Down there I got my Coleco Super Game module. That thing cost me a little bit. That was something I really wanted because I have a bunch of the games that work on that. And then more joysticks. Some of these joysticks were just given to me. And some of them I paid for. I know I paid for that command. These guys here I paid probably too much for. Anyway, been to the back. Oh yeah, can't forget the you know, I'd have one of these guys here for the Sega, and then up here I'm not going to try it. I'm just going to uncover it and give you a look. But that's for the ColecoVision. I got that from Ed Games. Let's leave that off of there so I can dust a little bit. And I got the Intellivision 2, the smaller one, because I found it one day in the store. I think I traded it for something. I got the ball roller for the, what is it for again? ColecoVision. Oh, Japanese! Japanese! Yeah, we got Japanese stuff too. As a Mega Drive for Japanese systems, because I got some Japanese games. And I got the Super Nintendo. And I got, what's under here? I don't know. Too much, that's what's under there. This is a, oh yeah. That is for the Atari 5200. That is the ball roller, which them things never really work very well. Anyway, they work okay, but they're not, I don't know. The one for the 2600 works great for certain games. The ones that take it. And back here I got a bunch of, a whole bunch of stuff here. There's my real Commodore down here, if you can see it. A real Commodore, and onto that I have that guy there. This guy here allows you to play tape games, which you can download on there and you play tape games. This is for all the other games, but it's an SD card, so you can basically just about, if you can get the game online, and you can get them, all of them almost online for free on DLC. You can put them on there and play them. And then I got another one here with my SD to IEC. I got two SD to IECs because I bought this small one, as you can see there, way back when I first got my Commodore. And then I found out about this one and I thought, well, that one there looks better. It's bigger anyways. So I bought that. Sega Saturn, boxes for a bunch of stuff. Just boxes. There's nothing in them, I don't think. No, there's nothing in them. Those are empty. It's just a bunch of empty boxes because I'm a collector, and if I can get the box, I'm going to get the box. Alright, I think that's about it for my game room. All my gaming stuff. There's my pride and joy down there. Give you a close-up, girl. She came into my life after I lost Fauna, the one that's dust in the wind up there on the shelf. She saved me. She literally saved me. She fixed my heart. And then I got a whole bunch of empty boxes from air guns that I bought. As you can see. A whole lot of them. And my, which I need to fix. It's not working right now, but that's my, oh hell, what is it called? You know what it's called. You know the monster. My young hang. That's why I got all the tools out and stuff, because I've been meaning to fix it. I just don't, I gotta have time to do it. Besides, it don't matter. I got another compressor besides the backup, so I just use that. My CS GX3 works fine. This thing here just takes all this fucking buckets and everything, and it really is kind of a pain in the ass. So that's it, guys. That's my tour. Hope you liked it. Got any comments or anything? Or, you know, well, I mean, I'd love to hear your comments on it. I would love to hear your comments on this video, and like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because that helps a lot. Anyway, that's it, guys, for now. Smoking Uncle Frank is signing off. I think I covered, well, I didn't cover everything. I got one more thing I didn't show you, which is not that big of a deal, but down here, I know, so can't miss this, can't miss out on this here. down here is my Vectrex multi-cart. I have a Vectrex too, and a bunch of Japanese Sega Saturn games because they're cheaper. More Vectrex games, Wii U games, and since we're on the Vectrex, can't leave it out. Next to my computer with all my Steam games on it is my Vectrex, which works. And if it breaks, I know a guy that can fix it. So, finally, without further ado, Smoking Uncle Frank signing off. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.